Guys, take a look at this. We have a brand new enclosure in the reptile room, and we're going to set this up today for my jungle carpet python. Stay tuned.
My name is Nick Pulaski. Growing up, I have always had a passion for wildlife, and with that passion, along with my passion of filmmaking, I get taken on some amazing adventures creating wildlife content, getting up close with a variety of incredible animals. So come follow along as I pursue my goals of educating, inspiring, exploring, and conserving wildlife, all while having fun, seeing the beauty in our natural world.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thanks so much for joining me here today. Look how beautiful this is. This is the first new enclosure in this reptile room. This is just part of the phases of evolving this reptile room, and we're starting with working on this enclosure right here. Now, if you guys know, we've had Azie, our jungle carpet python, for a couple years now, and he was in this beautiful arboreal setup that lined this wall over here, along with Johnny the red-tailed green rat snake. But we moved these enclosures out because he was the only inhabitant in those three enclosures right there. So I stored that enclosure. If you didn't see the vlog, go check that out so you can kind of see how this room has been evolving behind the scenes. But right now, today, what we're going to be working on is setting up this enclosure for Azie, and I cannot wait for this. Shout out to Chris over at Sea Serpents. We got this enclosure from him at Tinley. This enclosure is 3 feet long by 2 feet by 2 feet. So this is going to be perfect. It's a great arboreal setup. I actually have some brackets right up here which are really cool that are incorporated into this enclosure. It's perfect for our arboreals. Some people use these actually for green tree pythons and emerald tree boas. And we're going to also put on these branches that were also with these enclosures as well too. So we literally just moved out the enclosure. I'm just trying to get Azie all set up and situated in this enclosure right here. We have a radiant heat panel at the top right here as well too, along with the LED lights on here. So he's going to be all set up and ready to go once we get this all set up with the thermostat and everything else in here. So I'm just going to get the basics covered right now, and as time goes on, we're going to evolve this enclosure a little bit more. Maybe put some more plastic plants in here and deck it out a little bit more with a few more branches than we already have for him. But for right now, we're going to get him situated with the few branches that we have, get him his essentials, and get him into his new enclosure. And as time goes on and as this room keeps changing, his enclosure will change as well. How cool is this? The first enclosure in this reptile room that we're going to start working on. Let's stop talking and let's get to scaping this out. So I want to basically work on this enclosure from the ground up. So we're going to start with the substrate layer, which what I use for him in the past and what I use for a lot of my reptiles and enclosures is cypress mulch. Totally fine for these guys. There's nothing else in this, no fertilizers, nothing else that could hurt these animals. It's just 100% natural cypress mulch. So we're going to dump in a good nice layer at the bottom right here. It's going to hold really nice humidity as well too, and something great for him that's going to look really nice and natural as well. So I'm going to dump in, and then I'm going to just move around just to see how it looks. We're probably just going to use the rest of his bag. Oh, whoa. That's not good. Despite the mess, that went really nice, so now we're going to move this around a little bit. Voila, so we have a nice layer of cypress mulch right at the bottom right here. I probably missed it down a little bit, but we are perfectly fine with how this looks right now. So the next thing we have to do is we have to kind of fill this up a little bit more. So I'm going to put in his water dish right here with some nice fresh water. Typically like to keep the bowls closer to the front. That way I can just kind of reach in, not disturb the animal too much. This was in his past enclosure as well, along with this hide right here. So we have this cave. And what I want to do is I'll put his hide right over here. The radiant heat panel is actually right over here, so I want to put it over here so he has the ability to go enjoy that. So if that's the case, I might actually move his water right over here. And then we have this plant. So he can either hide over there, or he can go over here. That's going to be great for him. Let's put in these branches. So these branches are super cool, made of PVC as well. I love how Chris made these. They're so cool. This is actually my first time using Chris's actual enclosures. I have a lot of his racks, but I don't have any of his enclosures, and I've loved these enclosures. These are beautiful. They look fantastic. We're gonna put in these branches right here. Get this all situated in, like so. Ah, like that. It's just like a Lego. So you literally just put these in, prop them into place. Look how awesome this looks. Just immediately, look how great this looks. And again, like, we're gonna put in a couple more branches right now, and eventually we might fill this in with a few more different things. Maybe an additional hide for Azie. A few branches are also going to be put in here. But I did just go on a huge run and buy a whole bunch of plastic plants that I don't have available right now because they were taking up a lot of space, just because I'm waiting for the new enclosures to come in. So I don't have them with me right now, and that's totally fine. We can deck this out a little bit more later. But for for right now, I'm thinking this is looking pretty good. So I'm going to put in the final 2 branches, and then we're going to put Azie in and see how he likes it. All right, so we have these 2 other branches that were also a part of his old enclosure. I like these branches. I know he has as well too. They're great for perching as well. We'll just kind of see what looks good where. And I want to ideally get these so they can fit snug on top of here. And this is all just trial and error. We're gonna see what works best. That looks pretty good. Basically, my intended goal is to give him other abilities to come down. So we have some horizontal, but I also want some verticals as well. Something like that. Kind of gives some versatility, gives some verticalness as well, but ways for him to come down as well too. So we can get a drink of water over here, work on this. I think so far this looks pretty good. In due time, maybe we'll change it up a little bit more and rescape this a bit, but I think for right now, I think he's going to love this. So let's not take my word for it. Let's get Azie himself and see what he thinks of his new enclosure. The man himself, he's only been in here an hour, but like his whole world's about to be changed, and I think this is going to be so cool. It's so cool to put an animal in a brand new enclosure and let them explore and kind of figure things out for themselves, and I just can't wait to see what he's going to do and what he's going to think of his brand new enclosure right here. Again, this is just a basic setup. We're probably going to evolve it over time like we are with the other enclosures as well too, but for right now, as a starter, I think this is a great base for him as well. He has way more branches than he had in the past. In the enclosure that he had, it's a lot more sprawled out, so he can really sprawl out a lot more with it being a little bit longer as well too. Along with it being taller, this is a great arboreal setup for him, and I cannot wait to see what he's going to do inside this enclosure. But let's again see what he thinks for himself. You are all bundled down there. Let's get you out. All right, here's Azie right here. How beautiful is this snake? Look how beautiful he is. I just am obsessed with this coloration. He's such a calm, beautiful animal, totally relaxed, but he definitely wants to check out his brand new enclosure. He is looking fantastic, and oh my gosh, is he just amazing, isn't he? But look at him. He wants to go directly in there. He already knows what's up. Immediately going in. Look at that. Immediately goes to climb. That's what I love about these guys, is they're just so curious that they just want to go up. How awesome is that? So cool. Let me get you guys down so you can take a closer look. Look at him go. Immediately goes to climbing. How awesome is that? So he's going up by the panel right now. Panel is on right now. We're going to get that all set up with the thermostat here in a bit, but he's just checking it out right now. He is looking fantastic in here though. Oh my gosh. I think he's really enjoying it though. I think he loves this enclosure. But in typical snake behavior, they're going for the crevices. They're seeing where they can nudge themselves in, especially in newer areas. They want to feel secure. They want to make sure that they don't feel vulnerable. So he's trying to figure it out and see where he can go and hide so he doesn't get attacked by, say, a predator or something like that. Again, this is all new territory for him, so he's just figuring it out and not realizing yet that this is all for him. Which is why it's important when you get a new animal that it's so tempting to want to go in immediately after you put them in their new setup for you to just go in and grab the animal and start handling the animal, but that normally isn't the best thing to do. You want them to get situated, you want them to get comfortable. They're still stressed out because they're put into a brand new scenario in a new home, so you want them to go and explore and figure things out for a bit before you start handling your new animal. It's like when you move into a new space. When you move into a new space, it's stressful. You have to move in boxes, you have to get all situated. The first couple days of move-in are super stressful, just like it is for them, even though you did all the moving for them. You're welcome, by the way. He's going immediately back in those corners. He's trying to see what he can do to get himself kind of wedged up in those corners. But eventually he'll realize he has the hide over here. He also will realize he has his water and everything that he would need. So he's going to explore this over time. I'm sure by tomorrow I'm going to see him just relaxing underneath these branches on here. But for right now, he's just exploring. I'm going to leave the room for a little bit, let him get situated and not just let him feel vulnerable with me watching him. And then we'll check in on him in a couple hours and see how he's doing. Just a little quick update on Azie. Oh my gosh, how nice is this enclosure looking? But he is right in there. He is nice and situated in his hide, and he is just going to take a little relaxation in there before he starts cruising around. And that's totally cool. A couple hours later, I think he's done exploring, and I think he's just trying to stay nice and secluded and relax a little bit after being in that snake bag. It's nice to see him just kind of relaxed out a bit, and I'm sure tonight, once the lights go off, he'll explore a little more. But very, very cool to see him in his new enclosure. Man, this looks great. And I'm so happy we were able to move him over here. So there it is, guys. Azie has his brand new enclosure. Again, over time, we're going to probably do a little bit more with this enclosure, but for right now, I think this turned out pretty darn good. And this just gets me more and more excited for all the enclosures to come. It's going to be so cool to see this whole wall and the other wall as well, all decked out with some beautiful enclosures like this one right here for Azie. I appreciate you guys tuning in today, and Azie does as well. I hope you enjoyed this new home tour for Azie. If you guys could do me a few favors, like the video, subscribe to the channel, I would greatly appreciate it, as well as hit that notification bell so you know when we upload. Definitely check us out on social media as well too, and definitely check us out on the Nick Pulaski vlog as well, where you can see behind the scenes action of how this room has come to the part that it is right now, and a lot of cool other updates and lifestyle stuff on the vlog as well. We're having a lot of fun posting over there. As always, guys, I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in, and until next week, I will see you guys soon. Take care.